Hi, everyone. Welcome to Thursday Night Live. My name is Anissa, and I am the crafty author. And tonight we are going to be binding the t-shirt quilt. So if you joined us on Tuesday night, then you know that we added the border, the last border, onto this quilt. So this is a UFO quilt for me, which means that it's been sitting around for about 2 years, and I'm finally getting around to finishing it. So I am excited to be done with it. And so we're going to start binding. Now I have my binding all ready to go. It's all rolled up. This is called a binding baby. If you are unfamiliar with what this is by Doohickey Designs. You bind, or you put all of your homemade binding on it. You slide it up through, and then you just roll it. And then you can stick it on your thread spool, and it will keep it from getting on the floor and from dragging all over your shoulders and all kinds of stuff. Just keeps it really nice and neat, and it makes binding so much easier. So I will be using this, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started here in probably about 1 or 2 minutes. So if you're here, thank you for joining me. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, because you'll get notified each and every time that I upload an awesomely cool new video. And also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you'd like to share it, you can, because sharing is caring. So I just want to throw that out there right away. Okay, so we're going to get started. Do me a favor and tell me where you're watching from tonight. So I am in Colorado, and it snowed today, and it has been very cold. Yesterday was 70 degrees, today really cold. Also, I got a new cell phone today, so I'm pretty excited. I'm filming on my new phone, and so I will be interested to see what you have to say about how the internet is working, how well you can hear me, and those sorts of things. I won't be able to answer questions at this time because I'm not able to see the feed. I'm just going to be focused on the sewing machine, so I will have to go back and look at those afterwards. If you're watching the replay, welcome. We're glad that you're here, and yeah, I am super excited. And we are approaching, we're just about at, I think, 40,400. So my goal is to hit 50,000 by my birthday at the end of April. So I know we can do it. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I just cannot wait. So, all right, let's pull this quilt here, and do not mind my messy sewing space today, because it is a mess. And as you know, this quilt is extremely heavy. And so I think I'm going to start my binding on one of the longer sides. I always start on a longer side instead of a shorter side. So that's how I do it. You can start wherever you would like. Whatever is easiest for you, that's the one you want to go with. So I'm just going to go ahead and try and maneuver this a little bit right here. All right. This one's real heavy, I'm telling you. I can't wait to snuggle up with it. I'm going to wash it, and I'm going to snuggle with it. All right. Again, I am using a walking foot on my machine, and I'm just using white Aurifil thread. That is, let me do this, okay. Like I said, I'm using my tabletop weightless quilter to hold the bulk of this up for me. You could use a table or anything like that to hold yours up, so that when you're quilting it, sorry about that, I was trying to eat my own hair. That's not good. Okay. All right. So I usually start somewhere like around here. Not too far from the top, but not too close either. I'm going to grab my binding wherever I can find that loose piece that's hiding from me. There we go. And I'm just going to take my raw edge. So this is a 2.5 inch strip that I cut. I pressed it in half. And now I'm going to put the raw edge to raw edge. Actually, I'm going to fold mine over because I like to do that so that I know where I'm starting and where I'm ending. So like that. And now I'm just going to put this down. I'm going to start stitching. Now when I stitch this, I am going to start at about 2.5 inches from my little fold here. And just come on down. And I just eyeball it. You don't have to be completely exact. Okay, and now we're ready to just start stitching. Now I do back stitch when I start this because we want everything to stay nice and together. All right. And you're going to see me fiddle with this quilt a lot because it is big. Okay. You can also pin your binding if you want to, or you can use quilt clips to do it. And I'm just lining it up as I go along. So if you feel like that's not going to work for you, then you'll definitely want to clip it. And I do clip mine sometimes too. It just depends on what I'm doing. My hair is just a mess right now. It's all in my face, just all over. Got to spend the day with my little grandson today. He's 3, and my daughter. And we went to the mall because I had to get my new phone and my son's new phone. And then we went to lunch with my husband. And then we went to Build-A-Bear. And he was very excited to go to Build-A-Bear. So he got a cute little teddy bear that has Grogu pajamas. And for those of you who do not know who Grogu is, he's the baby Yoda. And he got the slippers and the little Easter, or not the Easter ears, but the little Yoda ears for his little bear. And it was real cute. So he was loving that. Oh, and a backpack to go with it because he's spoiled. So, but it was so much fun. We had a good time today. So tell me what your day was like. What did you do today? Did you work? Did you go somewhere fun? Did you get to sit and sew all day? I love sewing all day. I find it so relaxing. Come on. tell you, I really do love my binding babies. They make binding quilts so much easier. And I don't represent them in any way. I ordered them for my own personal use, and I'm so glad that I did. The one you're looking at right in front of you, I had custom made for myself. You could see her little glasses. I used to have red glasses. And so that's why I went that way. But I just thought she looked like me. And I love those little binding babies. They're so cute. You can get them on a little flower too, a little flower base. I have one of those as well. But I find that when I'm going to do something really big, I like to just stick it on my breadstick, because there's less room when you're doing a larger quilt. Now we're coming up to the end here, or to the corner, I'm sorry. I'm going to sew to about 1/4 of an inch, and then I'm going to backstitch, and then I'm going to tie it off, or cut the threads. So. And my foot has a little mark on it, so I know where the 1/4 inch mark is. And we're just going to kind of move this a little bit. We're going to start on the other side. So now we're getting ready to do the short side of the quilt. And then it's going to be fun time once we're done. We get to start doing all the fun stuff with it. So. And if you're wondering how to do binding, I actually have some videos on binding. You can go look in the playlists. Those will show you how I fold it. I'm not sure if you're able to see how I'm folding it here, because it's kind of hard to do on a live stream right here, because I can't control the closeness of the camera at this moment, because I'm doing this on my own. So my apologies in advance, but I do have videos on how to do it. I hope I have enough binding. I cut almost a full yard of fabric for this binding, probably 3/4 of a yard. So if that gives you any indication of how big the quilt is. Okay, so tell me, if you could have any sewing machine on the market, like if you could just dream big and get whatever you wanted, what machine would that be? I did want to tell you that this binding that I'm using is also flannel. So my back and all my strips are flannel, which is another reason why this is probably so heavy. because I wanted to make it extra warm. I also have sweatshirts on here. So don't be afraid to use your sweatshirts in your t-shirt quilts. I used my concert concert sweatshirts on this quilt. Okay. Coming up on that 1/4 inch again, just checking to make sure I have enough bobbin. Gonna cut my threads. I am a mess today. I gotta put these back on because they slipped off. Those just snap in. But because this quilt has so much weight, it just didn't have the strength to hold that part up. So just do it minimally here. These quilts are heavier than usual, just in case you're wondering. Yep. Okay. All right. Back to it. Okay, so cut that thread. Now we're gonna start on this long side again. So I gotta pull. Oh, I gotta pull some of this off here. Okay. I'm gonna fold it again at the corner. That one actually is on the seam and I don't like that, but there's no way to change that, so it is what it is. Start out slow because you have, that's a pretty thick spot, so you don't want to just start real fast. You'll get your threads all nested up underneath and that's not ever fun to deal with. So all right. It's allergy season too, because my nose is super itchy. My eyes are really itchy, burning. We're getting closer. Closer and closer. Woof. Be glad. We're just about there. Ah, just about there. It's the best part when you start finishing. Once I finish sewing on this binding, I will stop and I'll take a break and I will answer some of your questions. So just give me a few minutes to finish adding this, and then we'll do some question and answering. My hair is everywhere. I'm just telling you, everywhere. Yeah, and I'm probably gonna have to wind another bobbin because I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna have enough to go around when we stitch it nice and pretty. So. Now, another thing that you can do, I should have mentioned this before you start sewing your binding on, is you can baste your quilt around. Just do like a longer stitch, and that will hold your quilt into place and make it easier to add the binding. I don't do that usually, but it does help. I can't tell you that because I have done it. I don't know why I don't do it all the time, but I just don't. So if you want your edges to lay flat like that, it kind of seals those edges and makes it easier for you to do that. Okay, we are almost done here. Yay! Sure. Oh, goodness. Now we're here, so I'm gonna just sew right there and clip my threads. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to do this. There's a bunch of different ways that you can actually do this. You can fold it like I have it folded, and then you can tuck your tail in, which is a good way to do it. Or you can sew the ends together diagonally like that. I don't know if I want to do it on this quilt though because it's so big. Trim that tail because we don't need it anymore. And then I'm going to sew a diagonal line. I want to make sure I'm going the right direction though, because who knows? I do this backwards a lot, so. Could pin it. I'm just going to clip it. You don't want to cut too much off because if you have to take a little more off, then if you have the extra, it's easier to do it that way. So that's why I have this long tail. Which way is it that we need to sew? This way. I think it might be that way. Not positive. We're going to find out. Oh, come on. see if I did it right. You know, anything's possible, especially when you're live. You don't have time to sit there and think about things. Ponder the universe. Nope. He did not sew that correctly. I think we're just gonna skip this and do it the easy way because I don't feel like messing with it tonight, to be honest. So, actually, I don't really need to pull it out. Got Sally the seam ripper out. You know, it's just never fun unless the seam ripper comes out. How many of you have to seam rip a lot? I don't have to do it a lot, but I do have to do it often. It seems more and more I do it more often. Okay. I'm just going to sew them straight across because I'm not fiddling with it no more. And we'll see how that turns out. Okay. Closer. Now we cut that big long strand off. Then I think I need to sew it just one more time to make it tight. So that's what we're gonna do. All right. Where's my pins? Ain't gonna pin it this time to keep it in place. So, goodness. It usually doesn't take me this long, for real. It's just because I'm on camera now, so I'm on the spot, you know. All right. I think we're there. And then you're just going to stick it back in underneath your machine here. Mine's a little bit. So I sealed that up real good because I was kind of off and I had to open the seam just a little bit because I had a little kink in it. In any event, it is on. So thank goodness there. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. I think I'll backstitch a little bit up top here too because I feel like I kind of missed a little bit. Perfect. We're perfect. I'm just gonna double secure it. Okay. So now that's on. I'm gonna take a break, come over and see what you guys are asking. Okay. I hate binding too, Pam. Hi, Del Marie. Yes, Jackie, I have also done that too. So gluing the ends also helps a lot um, as a guide. Chris, oh, thank you, because I was like, am I the only one that has to do this all the time? My squares are 15 inches, Pam. Hi, Mary. It's called, Mary, the binder holder is called a binding baby, and Doohickey Designs is who makes them. Yes, Mel. Oh my gosh, there is a lot of quilts underneath those machines, isn't there? Jackie, I would love a sit-down quilting machine as well. Like one of the, I think it's Handy Quilter makes a real nice one. That's like an 18-inch or a 20-inch. It's really nice. I can't remember the name of it. Is it the Amara? Possibly. Not sure. A long arm, yes. Aw, CJ. Okay, I'll let you buy me dinner, sweetheart. Thank you. You want a sewing machine, Isabel? Cool. All right. Yeah, Norma, I hear ya. We do have to be grateful for what we have, don't we? I know I am. I love all the things that I have in here. This machine, my Janome machine, I've had it for probably, oh my gosh, 4 years now. And I love it. This machine is just, it just is a workhorse. And I don't ever see myself really getting rid of it. I'll just keep servicing it and taking care of it because I love it. I should have a quilt retreat. Oh, Mary, I would love to do that. Yes, Trina, the computerized long arm. I agree. I'd love to have one of those as well. Hi, Patty. Oh my goodness, Sharon, was cold in Florida. Fantastic, Alice. Well, thanks for being with us. Isabel, thank you for watching and for being here. Hi, Delia. Aw, Sharon, that is so neat. Your great grands, how cool. Oh. Trina, I know. I've had those days myself. I know, Pam. Working is no fun. A semi-industrial. Very nice, Trina. Jackie, yes, I can add the computer to my long arm. So for those of you who are not familiar, I have a handy quilter, Simply 16, that I got for Christmas from my husband. Um, I've wanted one for years, and let me tell you, when I saw that, I was like so excited. I couldn't even hardly believe it. So I got that, but I did not get the computer component for it. So on my machine, it costs anywhere between five to $10,000 if you want to add that. And at some point, I do want to add it, but that's not going to be like right away. I can just tell you that now because it's a lot of money. Long arms are very expensive. Um, I do, however, have, sorry, talking too much. My voice goes. Um, I have the front handlebars on my long arm, and then on the back side, I have handles on that back side with a screen as well, so I can quilt from the back side. And I can do pantographs and I can do groovy boards. Now, groovy boards are like awesome. Those are my favorite. So you have a like a pencil stylus, and it fits inside of the groovy boards, and then you can trace that design on your groovy board onto your quilt from the back side of your machine. So those are really awesome. I am so excited about those. I have a few. Um, they're a little pricey. They're a little bit pricey, but yeah, I love those. So that's what I'm using right now, other than the free motion and stuff that I do with my long arm. I do groovy boards as well. So when I do the next t-shirt quilt with the minky in between it, um, I will show you, and the minky backing. We're going to load that one onto the long arm machine because I am not doing it on a domestic machine anymore because it's so hard on my shoulders, my hands, and my back. Um, and I'll show you how we load it on there and how we do that. Plus, I still have the other quilt that I'm working on that I need to get finished, and the Hunter Star quilt, in case you're wondering. And so once I have that, I will also be quilting that on the long arm machine, and I will be using the groovy board for that. I'm not sure about the t-shirt quilt, if I'll use groovy boards. I might just free motion it because the person I'm doing it for, she likes the kind of funky stuff. So, and I like to free motion cool, crazy things. Delia, the groovy board, you can look it up on Handy Quilter and you can see the groovy boards. What it is it's a stylus that fits onto the back of your long arm machine, and you have to have the handlebars for the back and the mechanism for that. And then, hi Jennifer, and then and then it allows you to trace the design so that it looks like you are a really good long arm quilter. That's the only way I can put it. So you can do really fancy designs like feathers and flowers and all kinds of things. It's really cool. I just, you know what, Pam, it's just something that I've always done, and it's just where I prefer to start them. There's no really rhyme or reason as to why I do that. So, yeah. Okay, got it. Awesome. All right, I'm going to go back around. I'm going to wind a bobbin if I don't think I have enough on the other bobbin, and we're just going to start sewing again. So, hang tight. Got to pick up these little pieces that fell off before my puppy gets them. Because he still likes to chew on everything. All right. Put the bobbin. I do not know what's going on with this piece of hair. I'm serious. But it is like right on my nose and I can't seem to get it off. So I probably look like I don't know what, but it is. It's just a little bit driving me nuts here. So I'm going to tuck my hair behind my ears because I don't care right now. And we're going to just go. All right. Now I could do this in a different color, but I think I'm going to stick with the white because it matches everything. All right, I like to do either a zigzag stitch or a serpentine stitch around my binding. So I'm going to do this from the back side. So it will show on the front side a little bit, which is fine. I'm not too worried about it. It's white thread. It's not going to do anything crazy. So we're going to turn her over. I should probably, I don't know if you'll be able to see me though if I do this. I was thinking about pulling out my table and just putting this on there. Who knows? Right. Here's the long side. I'm telling you, this is killing my shoulders. It really hurts. This quilt is so stinking heavy on here. Oh, and I did this part wrong too. Oh, I got it. Confusing myself here. Do. All right. I need to just quit clowning around and just get to it. Okay, so we're going to just start. Again, I start on the long side and I just start stitching. And I'm just going to fold this over as we go. And I do like to line it up with my stitching line, but yeah. So I'm just going to fold it. We're going to just start going. Oh, and I told you I was going to do a zigzag stitch. So that is what we shall do. Okay. Again, I'm using Aurifil 40 weight thread in the bobbin and up top in the color white. Is that the one I want? I want that one. Okay. And my foot pedal is too far away. Gotta fix that up. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Front. Okay. It's not even really showing up on the front, so that's a good thing. No, don't cut the threads. Okay, I did catch it. I just want to make sure I caught that because it felt like I did not. Felt like I was a little off here, but I wasn't. We're looking good. I love it when a project finally comes together. You know, I think one of the reasons why I probably didn't finish this one right away is because it was for me, because it's all my t-shirts. And so, you know, I put it off because I like to do stuff for everybody else. And I really think that that's probably why I never finished it. So make sure if you're making something for yourself that you take the time to finish it because you deserve it. When you're doing your binding, do you use a straight stitch or do you use a decorative stitch for the front side and the back side when you're finishing it off? I'm just kind of curious. Because I used to do only straight stitch on mine. And then I watched a Missouri Star quilt video, and Jenny was making this really cute baby blanket or baby quilt. And she was showing how she would use the zigzag stitch, the same one I'm using right now. It's a really cool looking zigzag stitch. And so I thought, wow, that's really cool. And what I love about it is that if you make a mistake, no one can see it. Like you don't have to be straight on. Like if you accidentally go off the grid a little bit, it's not a big deal. But the other part of that is that when I used to go when I would do that straight stitch, and I would look at my quilt, I would be so disappointed because I could see the stitch on the other side. And I seriously thought there was something wrong with the way that I was sewing it. Until I started going to quilt shops and I would look at their quilts and I could see that they weren't perfect either. So, I have hand stitched quilts too. I've hand stitched the back or the binding onto a quilt. And although I find it relaxing, that's a lot of work. And my eyes go wacky. So I kind of have to be careful and just do what's best because my eyes are pretty bad. And so machine binding gets the job done for me. So that's how I do my quilts. But that's the reason why I use a zigzag stitch. Oh, guess where we're at. We're at the part where we stitched. It's a very thick part. So, and it's thick because I took it straight down the middle when I sewed it. And so we are going to use the wheel to go over that really thick hump. This is a really good way to go over the big lumpy spots that you have. And this one is thicker because I used flannel on it. So I'm just using my hand wheel. And we are now past that. So we're good. And we can start stitching again. And it went over it perfectly. So everything is good there. Perfect. Now I'm going to start working on this little corner down here. I'm going to miter it because I want to make sure. And you can trim it, but I don't do that because you know what? I trimmed one time and I cut a hole. I did not like that at all. So I'm just going to stick a clip there for that mitered corner and continue going. I'm gonna go slow because again, guess what? Really, really super thick. Did you hear that? All right, we're gonna pull this around. Gotta take it extremely slow. You'll want to cut your loose strings also as you're going along because you don't want that sticking out of your binding. Ooh, lost my thread. Don't do that to me. Where'd that one go? So this machine, when you thread it, you have to lock down, you have to lock it so that the threads can go in through the discs. You're just going to make a liar out of me, aren't you? I swear I've threaded this machine a bazillion times. Okay. Oops. Feels like it's taken forever, doesn't it? Okay, so once I finish this, just this little corner right here, I'm gonna get another drink of water, and then I'm gonna come and answer more questions if you have some. So do you guys like evening live, or do you like it during the daytime? Try this one again. I'm buried in blanket. Just buried in it. Okay. I'm going to answer some questions now, so I'm going to take a break. This is really very heavy. So when you start working with something that's heavy like this, you need to take some breaks in between and stay hydrated, because otherwise it'll not be too much fun for you. All right. Okay. Oh, Pam, you're so funny. Yeah, you'll have to get one of those before you can get the groovy board. It does, Karen. I know. It really does. Um, it does make it really hard. And I wish they weren't quite as expensive as they are. I know there's two in particular that make some pretty good, affordable long arm machines. Um, so you might want to check them out. Um, I know that Sewing Machines Plus has a nice, um, it's called the King Quilter. You might want to check that one out. And they have financing, of course. Grace Company has some that are real nice. They have the Q&E line and then the Handy Quilter line also. So they do have some that are pretty affordable. It just depends on what you're looking for, what size you want, and all that good stuff. I am going to do the Groovy board demo, Karen. I just have to finish all the quilts. Okay, so Pam, you like the evening time. Okay, perfect. All right. I'm starting to lose people here, so I'm going to go back and start stitching again, okay? Here we go. If you have questions, make sure you put them in the comment section. I'll be checking that out. So. And do you like the sew-alongs, or would you prefer to just have chit-chat, like sewing chat? Oh, good. We are almost done, I think. Okay, that's the last long side. Yay. We're almost done. Trust me, nobody is happier about that than me. You can probably, I don't know if you can see that, but when I cut my border strips, I left some of the selvage on it. It's got character. We're almost done. We're almost done. This is the hardest part, is the last stretch, because it just doesn't go fast enough. I'm already excited for the celebration. guess what? A few more stitches and we are done. Oh my gosh. We're done. Woohoo! Woohoo! It's all done. Oh, it's all done. Yay! Oh, you can't imagine how relieved I am that this is finally done. Okay. I'm going to show it to you. I hope you can see it because I know it's. I'm going to move this chair out of the way so that you can see this. It's so big, everyone. It's so big. Look at. Oh my goodness. I hope you can see. That's what it looks like. Pretty cool, isn't it? And then, I mean, it is so big I can't even hold it up, really. This is the back, and what the back looks like. And then this is what our binding looks like. Goodness sakes. That's the front. And that's the back. So I think it turned out really cool. I need to trim some of these little threads here. I see them. Okay. Oh, that thing's done. It's ready for the washing machine too. Thank goodness. I know I do. You're right, Mary. Thank you. Thank you, Joyce. Oh no. Mary, I don't know if they do. You might want to contact them. Just send them a quick email and ask them if they are going to restock. They can also do custom ones for you. Roseanne, thank you. Thanks for watching my videos. I got my table from the actual dealer. It came with my machine. I bought a floor model at my local sewing store. And so it came with the machine, but you can get the Sew Steady. It's called a Sew Steady table. And I believe that you can get them like at Sewing Machines Plus or probably from your local dealer. I'm trying to think where else might have them. I think I would check with your local dealer first and then check with the other one. Okay, cool, Pam. Thank you. Thank you, Mary. So alongs the evening time. Thank you, Chris. Karen, I know. I hear you. I have recently just started doing that myself. I started taking orders because, you know, I have all these machines and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, I should probably, you know, use them as a business instead of doing everything and giving it away for free. But that's who I am. I love to make things and gift them, you know. So, okay, Pam, thank you so much. Thank you, Pam. You're welcome, Mary. I do. Thank you, Mary. I think I will have a glass of wine tonight. I am so glad this is done. I'm going to try and flip the camera. Let me see if I can do that. Well, apparently I cannot. Hold on. Because I want to see you guys. Camera. Let's see if it'll let me flip it to me. There I am. Okay. Now you can see me. So yeah, I'm so glad it's done. I just got to tell you, I'm going to put it in the washing machine. And I have some other laundry that I need to do. So I'm just going to do that and just chillax for the evening. And then tomorrow is Friday. So I need to record another video for tomorrow. So that one will be a scheduled one. That'll go live at about 6 p.m. So keep your eyes open for that. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging with me and watching me finish the t-shirt quilt. And I'll see you guys next time. All right. Keep on crafting. Bye-bye.